Hey guys, Jessica here. Long time no see. It's been almost a freaking year since I posted my last video. And we all know what a year it has been. And really I didn't start with any intention of not filming. It started like randomly with a phone issue, made me lose everything for a while. And then, our world's changed and it's been a really tough year. Like, it's been so many ups and downs, and it's like just when you start going up, you go down even further. It's been a really hard year. I've been watching Nicole Burgess. I've been watching her like old videos from last year, and that does make me kind of regret not filming, because like it would have been nice to have like that whole journey documented. But I just was essentially having like a pity party for myself. And I really want to bring positivity to the internet, and I just felt like I couldn't muster any positivity. So I just stayed silent, but I am back and ready to share with you guys again. It's been really tough times. It's been really tough. I know for everybody, but I just wanted to say, like, it's going to turn around. It will turn around, even like if you're in your darkest place. And that's where I was. I will dare to say that, like, I definitely have hit my darkest place that I've ever been in my life. Like, just, I've been working from home. I developed migraines, and then trying to like figure out the migraines and living with the migraines, it just made me feel like I couldn't do anything well in my life. Like, I couldn't fulfill my work well. I couldn't mom well. I couldn't wife well. Like, I felt like a complete failure, and like I literally couldn't even muster up enough motivation to move. Like, I would literally just sit. I would sit in my office. I'm sitting outside my house, so I'm pointing to my office and my living room. I would sit in my office to do my work, and then I would come sit on the couch in the living room after work was done. And all I did was sit, to the point where like my hips and my butt were hurting, but I just couldn't. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I knew I wanted to get up and move. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't make myself do it. And I was completely miserable, and I'm not throwing myself a pity party at all. I just know that kind of my philosophy with everything that I do is I'm not the only one. Like, I'm not the only one in the world that feels this way, especially this past year. So I just want to let you guys know that I've been there. Like, I've been deep in the dark, where it feels like it's just impossible to get out, but you can get out. So, I really wasn't going to go into all of this today, but it's just kind of on my heart to share it and move forward, I guess. I'm in a really good place right now, but I've been really, really low. And just when I feel like, okay, like it's going to be better tomorrow, like my son goes back to school tomorrow and I'll be able to get some structure. And sure enough, I get an email saying school's closed because someone has COVID. And then it's like, oh, like it's just up and down and up and down. And it's crazy. And when you think you can't take any more comes, right? Gosh, this wasn't even supposed to be emotional, but I want to tell you, like my darkest point and how I got out of it. So I, was like miserable, no motivation, feeling like a failure in every aspect of my life. And then of course I stepped on a scale because this channel is all about my weight loss journey. And I weighed, I don't even remember what it was. My highest weight ever, I think it was like 338. And I just had this feeling come over me, like this, almost like a hot flash. And I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die if I don't get better. And I was like, literally, I'm so unhealthy right now. If I get COVID, I'm not gonna make it. And I like literally made myself sick with worry. Like, I was laying in the bed with my family trying to watch a movie, and I was just like nauseous. Like, I got up, I went to the bathroom, I was throwing up, and that was it. That was my lowest low. I was in the bathroom on my knees, and I just threw it up to God, right? Nowhere else to go. And not that God should be your last resort, but I guess you could say my relationship with God has been sparing for a while. And I just said, God, flood me with your grace and calmness. Give me calmness, give me calmness, give me calmness, until like I could breathe and I could think. And then I was getting up off the bathroom floor, and so it's like the bathtub is right there, and my son's toys were still in the bathtub from his bath, and he has like the little letters and numbers or whatever, and right in the center of the bathtub it was just 5K. And when I saw that, the first thing that popped into my head was the like couch to 5K thing that you can do. For me, that was God saying, you can do this. Like, yes, if you continue down this path, you're not going to live much longer. But if you turn around and you work towards getting better, then you will. And he has plans for me, and I can't do those plans where I am right now. So, since that night, I have turned things around, and I exercise every day. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit more each day to build up my endurance. I'm working through a 30-day challenge. I mean, this book, I have a book. It's so old. It's like a really old, what's that show called? Biggest Loser book that has a 30-day challenge that has an exercise plan. So I'm working on that to get my endurance up and walking around. And then I'm of course going to do couch to 5K, because that was obviously what God was telling me I need to do. And I'm going to do a 5K this year. But it really, I've been praying a lot. And the biggest thing, well, obviously the biggest thing I've learned from this whole year is I'm capable of so much more than I think I'm capable of. And that voice in my head that's telling me I can't do this, like I literally would think, I can't do a plank. I can't do a squat, these knees. But guess what? I can. And if you can't, then use something for balance until you can. But every little bit helps. And God can't do it for us. He has a plan for us, but we have free will. And we can choose not to follow the guidance that he's given us. And that voice in your head is just the devil trying to hold you down. I've never been that person. I sound like such a Southern Baptist right now. That's the devil. The devil's doing it to you. But that is the only way I can describe it. Like the devil or demons or whatever in your spiritual realm you call it. Because I do respect all spirituality. And I think our God has a lot of different names. But the devil doesn't want you to be in a good place. And look, the sun is coming out as I'm saying this. Is that not God? It's God. But the devil doesn't want you to be in good health. He doesn't want you to be in a good place. because you can't do God's work if you're in a bad place. And so I am shutting that out. And the more I shut it out, the less I can hear it, if that makes sense. Like, the more I'm like, yes, you can do a squat, and then I do it, the more that little devil voice, it doesn't have power anymore. I'm taking away its power, and I'm giving me the power. I'm taking back my power. And you can do it too. It's just little steps. You just got to get up and wash your face like our, whatever that girl's name is that wrote that book, Girl Wash Your Face. And let the next decision be a better decision. And that's all you can do, is one decision at a time. And that was my conversation with God, is I've got plans for you. I need you to be around for a while. So get it together and do what you need to do. Do the work. Do the work. Life ain't easy. It's not. But yeah. So anyways, God pulled me out of the darkness, and I'm in the light right now. And we're doing this, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see how I am fulfilling God's purpose for me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.